Human trafficking is a form of modern-day slavery in which adults and children are coerced and forced into labor or worse, and is considered one of the fastest-growing criminal industries in the world. Palantir Technologies, partnered with Praescient Analytics, aims to provide support to law enforcement agencies and non-governmental organizations working to stop traffickers and provide victims and survivors with the resources they need to rehabilitate. Our scenario includes several data sources, including classified ads texts and open-source data like stats from the National Human Trafficking Resource Center website, and notional law enforcement data such as police reports, arrests, and DMV information. The workflow in the demo is designed to directionally model what a law enforcement analyst in New Jersey, working as part of a human trafficking task force supporting the 2014 Super Bowl, might encounter on a day-to-day basis. The analyst starts by exploring New Jersey from a broad lens. By importing and modeling the 2011 New Jersey Uniform Crime Report, she can explore the number of officers by county, rape arrests, sex offense arrests, and arrests for prostitution and commercialized vice. By overlaying these historic crime statistics with publicly available data from the National Human Trafficking Resource Center, the analyst paints a clear picture of how sex trafficking saturates the area. With persistent feeds set up to notify her of incoming data which matches to specified parameters, the analyst can quickly track and monitor new sex trafficking tips in her area of operations. This tip says that pimps are using cover terms to disguise sex services and online ads. Using an integrated repository of classified ads from websites known for supporting illegal services, we can search for these terms. 12 ads match our criteria. By tagging the phone number listed in the ad, the analyst can source this information and enrich existing law enforcement data with open source to build a better picture of the criminal network. Subsequent search arounds expose the network behind the phone. The number, ending in 6229, is linked to a man, Trevor Robinson, who was previously arrested in February 2012 for solicitation, along with another man, Nathan Bishop. What makes Trevor's link to Nathan interesting to the analyst is that Nathan has previous human trafficking connections. One of Nathan's 4 arrests is a human trafficking arrest, which is part of a New Jersey RICO case and contains arrests to many other criminals. This arrest also contains links to the 4 victims recovered as part of the operation. It's important to note that any personally identifying information has been redacted from the analyst's view as appropriate to protect victims' identities. The arrest report linked to Nathan's arrest gives a description of the operation leading to Nathan's arrest in Buffalo, New York. To enhance her understanding of Trevor's pattern of life, the analyst acquires through subpoena or other legal process, and then imports automated license plate reader data from Trevor's last 2 months of travel. Using this geocoded timestamped data, the analyst uses several integrated helpers to see Trevor's temporal patterns. She can also see that Nathan's arrest in Buffalo is on a Saturday morning, and is the day that Trevor typically travels outside of the New Jersey metro area. The connections made thus far in the investigation indicate that Trevor might be fulfilling the same facilitator-type role that Nathan had in prior months. In an attempt to coordinate efforts between the victim services and the law enforcement analyst, the analyst shares the chart with the organization's NGO liaison. A shared chart provides the NGO liaison a chance to review the previous arrest and the investigation, and allow him or her to make necessary movements to coordinate services for the potential victims of the next arrest. Given that victims in the past were physically abused by this criminal network, the liaison can plan to contact victim service organizations who provide medical support and coordinate preparations prior to law enforcement arrests. Using the address to which Trevor's vehicle is registered, officers can set up surveillance operations on Trevor. In this scenario, officers see Trevor with abused women and follow him several miles to an industrial area. Standing by in close coordination, the analyst conducts a radius search of the area for officers, which reveals several important points about Trevor's current location. Officers decide to make an arrest. Follow-on interviews with victims recovered during the arrest indicate that the 4 women were abused physically and sexually by Trevor. The interviewing officer shares the details of the victims with the analyst, who finds possible identity matches through the National Missing Persons database. The analyst quickly shares the victim information with the NGO liaison, further refining the exact needs of the recovered victims. Palantir provides analysts a real-time capability to search, view, and analyze data. To combat the epidemic of human trafficking affecting alarming numbers of domestic and foreign national victims, local and federal law enforcement agencies now have the technological tools to effectively work in conjunction with NGOs to bring these criminals to justice and help restore the lives of their victims.